ones here, but I'll just, just play and see how it goes. Why not? Okay. I had to skip that instantly. Not even a choice. Just music alone. Not allowed to do that.
Let's see. Are you a boy or a girl? It's a boy. A boy. We've got a son, Catherine. A beautiful, healthy baby boy.
Oh, James. We did it. A son. Our beautiful son.
You've got a bright future ahead of you, son. I'm sure of it. Look at you. Look at you. Hi there. I'm your daddy, little guy. Daddy. You're going to need a name, aren't you? Your mother and I have been talking. What do you think about...
This is the name I'm gonna go with.
That's a good name, don't you think? Fits you perfectly. Looks like they've finished the gene projection. Let's see what you'll look like when you're all grown up.
Yeah, this. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this character. I don't really think it's that amazing. Probably won't do much with it. I'll probably just kind of go with the presets because they're not that good. Kind of like whatever. It's like the presets, but like maybe a few minor adjustments. Again, wearing a helmet all the time. Actually, no, default one, and then just sure Hazel. Bit lighter. Wait. But even just that, and then just the hair. No facial hair. Hair color will be... should be brown. Yep. Basic.
You're going to look a lot like your dad.
It don't matter.
See that, Catherine?
At the end of the day.
Oh, very strapping.
It's a big world out there, son. Full of all sorts of people. What about you? What kind of person are you going to be? You're just
James?
Catherine?
James?
Catherine! She's in cardiac arrest. Start compressions. Get the baby out of here. Move! Move! 1,000. 2, 1,000. Come on. Hang on, Catherine. Hang on. Okay?
We need a doctor, not a dentist.
Yeah.
Fail to meet my expectations.
One thing with Fallout
Straight
3,
into the light, pal.
James and his chili chatter.
Decorations.
May your future be bright.
kind of like the thing moving along a little bit.
Come on over here, son. Come on. Walk to Daddy. There you go. My goodness. Just a year old and already
And yeah,
walking like a pro.
one thing,
Your mother would have been so proud.
it is
Listen,
weird
kiddo, I know
with
you don't like it when Daddy leaves you alone, but I need you to take
with
care of
Liam Neeson
yourself.
voicing the character and you see your
Just
dad
stay
and
here
stuff.
while Daddy runs
Your
through the
character,
office. You'll be okay,
his
son.
appearance will
I'll be
change
back
if
in a
you're
bit.
like a different race. It does feel kind of weird when you're and you have a guy, you have your dad who you know what he looks like, and Liam Neeson voicing him. And Liam Neeson just in this other person's body. It feels weird. For a voice. The end here. There. 9 because you get the bobblehead. Easy enough for that. Another thing that I would like to point out with, especially in this game, in Fallout 1 and 2, and even kind of into New Vegas and 4, I'm pretty sure 4 has it as well. It really tells you much more of what they do, and I don't like just this. I want numbers for telling me what my stats do. Now again, this is a unique way of doing it, but I wish they wouldn't have done this. Especially if you're a new player and you don't know what these special stats do. It's really bad to have your player not know what you're doing, because this isn't cutting it where you're like, what's the best way to put it? It doesn't help the first time player, who's especially first experienced with Fallout, will be this game, and they won't know. Well, it used to be this game until Fallout 4 came out, and most people will now play Fallout 4 to get into the series. But right now, right when this game came out, it feels off to have your players not know what they're doing with their stats. That's just my opinion, though. I'm probably a little weirder on that because I am an RPG nerd. It's not, yeah. Yeah, I think I'll go for that. Because it's power up strength stuff. Yeah. Even though you can get so many different perks to get your special up. I do love this. One of the greatest things this game added was the fact you can move items around. I love it.
Come on over here. I want to show you something. See that? It was your mother's favorite passage. It's from the Bible. Revelation 21:6. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life freely. She always loved that. All right, come on. Let's go see if your little friend Amado wants to play.
And for me, to me, I don't prefer in an RPG for your background to be written for you. I think that you should have control over what your character has been. Maybe, for example, maybe a difference between like Fallout 2. Oh, you're a tribal. But you could have been so many different things in that tribal village, for example. Or in Fallout 1, you could have been so many things in the vault. This tells you, oh, you're a baseball player, and oh, you love Grognak the Barbarian.
Down here in Vault 101, when you turn 10, well, you're ready to take on your first official vault responsibilities. So here you are. As Overseer, I hereby present to you your very own Pip-Boy 3000. Get used to it. You'll be getting your first work assignment tomorrow.
Enjoy your party. You're only 10 once, so have fun.
And oh god, I love the...
Happy birthday!
Okay.
We
We'll do
really
the modest
surprised
first.
you, didn't we? Your dad was afraid you were onto us. But I told him not to worry. You're so easy to fool.
Yeah, Seth is just
You're
kind of...
welcome.
Seth is a very
really,
good
your dad
person.
did most of it.
He's a very
I
nice
just help with the
person.
decorations and stuff. Hey, I bet you can't
He's-
guess what I got you
Throughout
for
the
your
entire
birthday.
game, he should
Go
be
on, guess.
very good karma until maybe till the end. No idea.
Ha! I knew I'd surprise you. Who's your favorite barbarian? That's right, Grognak. Issue 14. and with no missing pages. I found this in a box of my father's old things. Believe it or not, imagine him reading comic books. I guess everybody was 10 once. Well, I better let you get back to mingling with your guests. We'll talk later, okay? Happy birthday.
Alright. This one I want to point out.
Man, you got a pip
You have
boy.
achieved
I wish I
perfection
was
and stuff.
him.
Actually, it's all these. Not a reminder, yeah, cleanliness is godliness. It's America lives on in you. There you go. These things are cool. It feels so perfect for what they would build in a vault in pre-war America in the Fallout universe, where you have these messages being printed at your face all the time. Yeah, procreation is your civic duty. Do that, do that. It's, you know, thank you, overseer. Thank you your leaders and stuff always. Yeah, here we go. Beatrice being a tarot card reader. Let's see. Bingo night. I love this. So you have all these different things. Bunt cakes only. You have so many of these cool little things here,
Enjoying yourself?
which, again, as
Happy
I know
birthday.
other a lot of Fallout fans don't enjoy Fallout 3 as much. I still really love it, even though I am more of a Fallout 1 and Fallout New Vegas type of person.
Attention, everyone.
I think my love for Fallout 1
Andy, wait!
enhances my love for the atmosphere of this game because this game feels 1,000 times more like Fallout 1 than it does than Fallout 4 does. Feels like any other Fallout game.
I
Yeah,
know you were
I
joking,
got one.
but I'm not
The
sure anyone
Mackers.
else did.
Super cool,
Having a
right?
good time.
How do you like
You
that
talk to
Pip Boy,
Stanley.
son?
He's a
Fit all right
Seth
and
is a
everything?
super nerd. He is a nerd in every sense of the way. He's not as physically strong, but he is very, very smart. I probably should have lowered his strength a little more, but really cool. He loves it. He
As a
loves
matter of
getting
fact,
his
I did.
Pip
I'm glad
Boy.
you like it.
His
Some
Pip
may
Boy
think
is
the A
cool.
series
It's his new piece of
basic,
tech
but
that
I've
he
always
gets to play
preferred
with.
them for their reliability. Don't mention
And
it.
if he were to be,
Oh, yes, I almost forgot. Happy birthday.
he should be working
Not
with
much, but I
like
hope you like it.
any technician
Well,
job.
easy keeping this a
Boy,
secret.
You
Now
or
go
me?
on.
No
I'm
way.
sure everyone else would like a chance
What
to
do you
talk
think we
to
should
the
call our
bird.
day?
Are you having a nice party? 10 years old. My,
How much I'm
my,
talking, we're
my.
not gonna get out of the
Seems
goddamn
like
vault
only yesterday
tonight.
that your daddy came. Goodness, listen
Oh,
to me
yeah.
ramble. You're waiting for your present, aren't you?
I love it that she just admits it. Like,
Fiddlesticks. What 10-year-old doesn't like presents? I was 10 once, believe it or not. My goodness, the vault was practically crowded back then. Not like today. So few young people now. But here I am rambling on again, and you listening so politely. Here you go. A nice sweet roll that I baked for you just this morning. And it's all for you. No sharing required today.
That'd be totally killer, though. Hey, how about
Ugh,
a vault
this
dweller?
is supposed to
Get
be
it?
a party, you
Who
know?
wants to go
Party?
around all day being
You
called
should
a
try it
vault
sometime,
dweller?
Daddy.
Sometimes
Might
I think you
like
really
it.
yeah,
are
for saying that type of shit, who would you call the
I'm
vault
hungry,
dweller?
and that
But
stupid
deserves to
robot
be
destroyed
punched.
the cake. Give me that sweet roll you
I
got
want to be
from all
called the
way
vault
home.
dweller. Okay, that's what I want. I want to be called the vault dweller. It's a badass name. I'm sorry, it's a badass name. Not going to lie. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Really, Seth tries to stand up to bullies. Usually it doesn't work out for him, but he tries. There you go, soak your head.
Oh, yeah? We'll see about that. You're gonna be sorry, you little...
Time to
Thanks
ready
for
to
coming,
keep
Sam.
away.
I know you were busy
I will
with
eat.
your
Okay,
daughter, Pierre.
another one thing with this
What you're
game.
doing, leave him alone.
I wish as a kid you were able to
Me and Andy got her all.
hit him.
You all right,
Wish
son?
you're able to fight back.
He didn't hurt you, did he?
I wasn't
Until
worried.
the only time he fights back is if you can fight back is when you're
You want
What,
to
it's
tell me what that was
18?
all about?
16? Not 16, right? 'Cause you're 10 now, and you become 16. Yeah,
Was
get him
that
in trouble.
little?
Get his ass.
I figured it was him that started it.
Get his ass,
It's been nothing
Gomez.
but trouble since the day he was born. You let me handle this and try to stay out of the way.
Jonas?
I'm glad you could make
Hey,
it.
Doc. We're all set down here.
All
Thanks.
right, Butch.
I'll send him right down. Hey, that was Jonas on the intercom. He and I have been cooking up a little surprise present. Jonas is waiting for you downstairs on the reactor level. Go ahead. I don't think anyone will mind if you slip out for a few minutes.
Hey, Officer Gomez!
So, this is the
Happy
tarot
birthday,
card reader.
dearie. My goodness, I hope I didn't miss the party. They sure did. My. 10 years old already? Why, I can remember helping your dad change your diapers. And now look at you, a great big grown-up 10-year-old with your very own Pip-Boy. Since this was such a special occasion, do you know what I did? I wrote you a poem just for you. I hope you like it.
Wow, thank you. He'll say that.
Run along now,
'Cause he just
dearie, and
tries
have
to be
yourself
nice.
a wonderful
Even if-
birthday.
Care about it.
I've had it with you, Butch. Your mother is going to hear about this little incident.
If he gave Seth his choice, he'd be down here
What
all
are you
day.
doing down here, young man? I thought kids weren't allowed down on the reactor level.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm 10 years old.
You sure are. Pip-Boy and everything. Look at that. If you can wait just one more minute, I think your dad will want to give you the surprise himself.
Are you ready for your surprise? The Overseer gave you your Pip-Boy, and you're old enough to do some work, so I figure you're old enough for this. Your own BB gun. It's a little old, but it should work perfectly. Jonas found it down here. It was in pretty rough shape. Took us a good 3 months to find the parts to get it working again. You know how tough it is to find a spring that small? Good thing Butch misplaced that switchblade of his. So, what do you think?
Got him.
Want to give it a try?
Yeah, let's do it.
We sure can't, unless we want the Overseer beating down our door. Jonas and I have found a place, though. Come on.
It's one thing to keep in mind with this area. They don't have guns in the vault,
Well, what do you
like
think?
for regular
You can
people.
come down here and shoot anytime you want.
And again, that definitely backfires when the red roaches happen. Because guess what? If everyone down here had a gun, they would have killed the red roaches. There would have been a big difference.
Couldn't have done it without Jonas's help. You make sure to thank him.
Obviously, this is something you learn. Fallout 3 does not have iron sights. And God, is that terrible. I'm sorry. Yeah. Pretty sure only knew that gets where you
Careful,
crowd.
it's a rad road. Think you can take care of it with your BB gun? Just aim and shoot.
Yep. Let's get that thing out of the way.
Be fine.
The first time you use that, it does a little
Good
thing
work.
for you.
That's one less rad roach to deal with. Let's get a picture together. Capture the moment. Hey, Jonas, get a picture of me with the big game hunter.
Smile.
And flashbang. Jesus.
Different parts.
6 years. 16 years old. You do your goat exam.
21-6. I am Alpha.
You do a test to figure out what you do at your job for the rest of your life at
As far
16.
as I can tell, you're a perfectly healthy 16-year-old
Jesus.
boy. So yes, you have to go to class to take your GOAT exam. Go on now. You've got a GOAT to take.
Yeah, let's learn more about the goat. Anything you need to know about the goat?
Generalized Occupational Aptitude Test. GOAT. Everyone here in the vault takes it when they're 16. Helps to figure out what sort of a job you'll have here in Vault 101 when you get a bit older. So, pay attention and try not to fall asleep. You know what the Overseer says? We're born in the vault, we die in the vault. Each is tested to determine their abilities, that they may work for the betterment of all vault residents. Huh. Sound familiar?
Huh. I want you to take a quick thing at that wording. Each according to his ability.
Helps to figure out, you know what the... Each is tested to determine their abilities.
Each according to their abilities, basically. It's a good thing to keep in mind with how to determine and judge Fallout's themes, I guess. That this is something that the dystopian vault does. You know, where you're getting determined by your ability to do your job.
That's not the way it works. And it won't do to go around asking questions like that. Especially not around the Overseer. I want to tell you something now. It's important, so listen closely. This place, this...
That's how you know for a fact.
It's not perfect, I know.
James was planning to do it from the very beginning. Well, from here, at least.
Stay on the Overseer's good side, and you always will be. You understand? You need to appreciate all you have. Because what's up there, on the outside, that's not the life I want for you. And it's not what your mother wanted for you either. Your mother, she was beautiful. But beyond the beauty you've seen. There's just so much those old photos can never show. And she was passionate. About life, about love. But most of all, she was passionate about you. When she became pregnant, it was the happiest I had ever seen her. She had great things in mind for you. And so, time for you to stop stalling and get to class. Please, son, please, take these achievement tests seriously. The last thing I need is your mother's ghost haunting me because her only child became a garbage burner.
But yeah. Yeah, was everyone born?
That's what the Overseer says, isn't it? He's not about to let anyone else in, so I guess that's how it'll have to be.
Uh-huh.
You're here now, and it's a hell of a lot better than being up there. All your mother and I ever wanted was for you to be safe, and you're safe here.
It's just the thing to keep in mind, you know? Yep.
Take care, son. Now get out of here, and good luck.
Yeah. You get to see your character actually change his face. My character's kind of close to the same. So he's going to look, kinda. But, yeah. Here's one thing. You have 2 chances to pick up the medicine bobblehead. You have it now.
Good morning. Stopping
and
to
then
see the old man before class, eh?
You can do it now, or actually on your escape, it would be in this. It's in this room on the ground.
How's things?
Have you had a chance?
So yeah, you actually get 2 chances to get it.
I was just
Usually, obviously, you should grab it now, because it's very easy now. Right here, you grab it. 10 points of medicine. Let's go.
You're worried about?
And medicine's very nice to have because it updates. It, you know, it increases your healing from stim packs. It's worth it.
You better stay away. I don't want you to catch what I've got.
There you go.
Get out of my way, you stupid tunnel snakes!
So here we go.
Yeah? What do you want? None of your business, kid. Get out of here before you get hurt. If you mess with the tunnel snakes, you're asking for it. Got me?
This might be. This is probably one of the most iconic things of the entire game. This is where a lot of memes came from with this game. And tunnel snakes. Let's see.
Like I'm gonna listen to a little shrimp like you. Get lost, Poindexter.
We are gonna fight him. Because, obviously.
And who are you? Her boyfriend? Ha!
So I think
Keep
they
talking
clearly
like that,
probably
boy,
would have a
and we'll
crush on
send you
Amada.
back to your daddy with a few broken bones for him
And
to fix.
she also tries to stand up to bullies, even if he's not perfect for it. Right now, at least, until he gets out in the wasteland.
You've got to be
Also,
kidding.
the worst part about this
Come on,
fight,
tunnel snakes.
these
This
losers
twerp needs
all
another
gang up
lesson.
on you, bro. Like, if I...
Stop it! Leave him alone!
Sorry to
Please,
keep you
Give him
waiting.
another.
What seems to be the trouble today?
I've got this headache that just won't go away.
I got another one
Pills
just
you
like
gave
that
me
in my
last
other
week?
hand.
It's the lights.
Hit him again.
They hurt my eyes.
Isn't solving anything!
Technically, it
How
doesn't
do you
fully
like
matter,
that,
but
Poindexter? Give him another.
Stop it!
the way he talked, it's just hilarious. Let me put just
Please,
Hit him again.
stop fighting!
the genuine best.
Maybe this
Let's
time
think
we'll
with
get
this one.
something.
He'll
Stop it!
get
Did you
beat
see
up
that
a bit,
punch?
and then he'll
I
give
nailed
up. Fortunately, because you have no,
Stop it.
I have no strength. It's not amazing.
Stop it!
And the fact that there's 3 of them.
Stop it!
Teach you to mess with the tunnel snakes. Come on, tunnel
it.
snakes. This little bitch isn't worth our time.
There you go.
Whatever you say, Butch. You're the boss.
That works.
Tunnel snakes rule. Susie, what's new?
Fine, let's go.
Even if you absolutely just wreck him, he eventually will do that exact thing and just walk
Thanks
away.
for getting rid of him.
Again, if you're
I don't know why they won't leave me alone.
an
Just
actual
because my
melee,
father's the
an actual
overseer, I
high
guess?
strength build,
Idiots.
you do a lot more damage than I do.
Didn't you just get new parts for it last week?
Well, you made
We'll
it.
do the goat.
All set
I
for
want
the
to
goat?
show. I want to show off a
Trust
lot.
me, it really isn't that bad. Just something
And I
everybody
don't
has
want
to
to
go
my point on this stuff. Because I've heard a lot about Fallout's themes. And I think this very much helps. I'm sure I'll ace it.
I'm sure you will, especially since it's multiple choice with no wrong answer.
And that's why I'll ace it.
We'll start as soon as
I'm going
everyone's
to be
found
like
a seat.
100%.
Good luck. You don't want to be the first class in history to fail the GOAT, do you?
Right here. So I want to make a point about the themes of Fallout and what I believe them to be. Especially utilizing this game, and then eventually probably Fallout 1.
Finally get started.
Especially if I
Eyes to yourselves.
do all the games.
Yes, I'm talking
I would
to you,
definitely do
Mr.
Fallout 1
Deloria.
because I think it illustrates my point a lot of what
Unless anyone else
Fallout
has
is
an insightful
about.
comment, let's get started. Question 1.
theme-wise, and who,
Frenzied Vault
because I hear a
scientist
lot
rushes to you
about
and yells, I'm going to put my
sides
quantum
of what
harmonizer in your
side
photonic
Fallout
resonation
lies
chamber.
on, and I have my own
What's your
opinion on that.
response?
He's a fucking nerd. Knows exactly what he's talking about.
Question 2. While working as an intern in the clinic, a patient with a strange infection in his foot stumbles through the door. The infection is spreading at an alarming rate, but the doctor stepped out for a while. What do you do? Question 3. You discover a young boy lost in the lower levels of the vault. He's hungry and frightened, but also appears to be in possession of stolen property. What do you do?
At this point, Seth is still kind of on the vault Kool-Aid, so
Question 4. Congratulations. You've made one of the Vault 101 baseball teams. Which position do you prefer?
this one's weird to me. When I was thinking about it, right? With what these signify. Like pitcher is explosives. Makes sense. Pitcher, you're throwing grenades and stuff, right? Designated hitter, melee weapons, makes sense. Hitting with the bat, right? Melee weapons. Soccer team is unarmed because soccer. But catcher is big guns. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something here. But catcher.
Question 5. Your grandmother invites you.
But
to
again,
tea.
I'm not a baseball
You're
guy, so I don't
surprised when
really
she
know
gives
that
you a
much.
pistol
I don't know enough,
to
I
kill
guess.
Another vault resident. What do you do?
For prize possession.
Question 6. Old Mr. Abernathy has locked himself in his quarters again, and you've been ordered to get him out. How do you proceed?
Get the laser pistol.
Question 7. Oh no, you've been exposed to radiation, and a mutated hand has grown out of your stomach. What's the best course of treatment?
Large doses of anti-mutagen agent.
Question 8. A fellow Vault 101 resident is in possession of a Grognak the Barbarian comic book, issue number 1. You want it. What's the best way to obtain it?
To be fair, Seth wouldn't do probably any of these. Because again, I would say Seth-wise probably love comic books. But he probably has it, so he probably doesn't really engage. Because he thinks it's dumb. But, be a little sneaky.
9. You decide it would be fun to play a prank on your father. You enter his private restroom when no one is looking, and...
Out of these ones, I don't know, how much would an electric shock give you? Yeah. I'd just say probably cause the room to flood.
Question 10.
Here it is. This is exactly why I want to do this.
Indisputably the most important person in Vault 101. He who shelters us from the harshness of the atomic wasteland, and to whom we owe everything we have, including our lives.
Come the fuck on. I think the theme's obvious, but
Pencils down, people.
a lot of
That's
people
it.
don't get it, I guess.
Infamous goat. I'm sure most of you
It's
didn't
just,
find it
a
so
lot of-
bad. Others,
A lot of people
well,
think it's just
they're
one
always
side of the
openings
political
in the maintenance
spectrum.
department. Don't
It's
forget to
just
hand in your
criticizing
check before you
all
leave. You don't
authoritarian
want to
shit.
know what happens to
Because
people
again,
who fail the goat. You can have the rest of the day off.
both sides can be
Celebrate
authoritarian.
or to pray, as the situation warrants. Oh, well, well.
This is what he
Boy
would be.
Programmer, eh? Stanley will finally have someone to talk shop with.
That's always what I wanted to be. My dreams are finally gonna be true.
Yes, it's refreshing to see such youthful.
He wouldn't say it like
enthusiasm.
that, but he'd be
Good to
happy
know
that
the
this is
goat
what he gets.
occasionally gets it right. You know what they say about monkeys and typewriters. Well, I'm glad things turned out so well for you.
Yep, and then it still lets you do it. We're not doing barter. We are doing speech, and we are doing energy weapons. Because this is a nerd. He has science, energy weapons, and speech. Maybe eventually we will level up. We will probably also level up lockpick occasionally. But science is the main skill because he is a science geek. And speech because speech makes sense. Speech is just kind of a thing you give. I think it's always useful, and for Seth, role-playing wise, Seth is still good at conveying information that he has. He's just a fucking nerd. He's not a nerd that is too socially shy. He's not as socially open, but he's also not fully antisocial, where he hates talking to anyone. He's good at it. He's just
Come on, wake up.
typically he prefers not to, but he's still good at it.
Come on. You've got to wake up.
Oh, what's wrong?
You've got to
I don't
get out
know.
of here. Your dad is gone, and my father's men are looking for you. He's left the vault. I don't know how, but he's gone. And my father, he's kind of gone crazy. It's Jonas! They killed him! My father's men. They took him and... Oh my god, you have to leave now!
Now, if you wanted a story-wise, this is kind of, it's like, oh, shit. For Seth, because you'd be friends with Jonas at that point.
Yeah, it's lucky I got here ahead of them, but we can't stand here talking. You've got to get out of here.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I think you'll have to follow your dad. You'll have to escape from the vault. Listen, Maybe it isn't any of my business, but didn't your dad tell you that he was leaving?
No. He's not gonna lie to her.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sure he had his reasons. Maybe Jonas was supposed to explain everything to you? But it doesn't matter. I can help you escape. I have my own plan.
Here we go.
Listen, there's a secret tunnel that leads directly from my father's office to the exit. You'll have to hack the computer in his office to open it. Use these to get into his office. That's how I always get in.
Alright, sounds like a good plan.
Oh, one more thing. I stole my father's pistol. I hope you won't need it, but you'd better take it just in case.
Sure.
Okay, I'll try to meet you
about
at
this
the exit.
pistol.
Watch out for
This
security.
pistol is in
Goodbye.
genuinely perfect condition.
I'll meet
It is in perfect condition. I'm pretty sure it is one of the only... I think it's the only 10mm pistol you can get in perfect condition. Trying to get these pop-up. Which ones do they have pop-up for? Oh, they don't. I guess that's only New Vegas? I can't remember. Okay, anyways.
at the vault door if I can. Don't wait for me.
One thing I wish they had for this game, for this opening, is I wish that you would have a laser pistol if you tagged energy weapons. In the base of the game and
Hold it right there. Criminy, more roaches.
in New Vegas there is a laser pistol right in Doc Mitchell's
You
house.
gotta help me. My mom's trapped in there with the rat roaches.
I get it's the vault. They don't have stuff, but I wish you could. If you had like energy weapons tagged, you had tagged. You could go, "Hey, Amada, did you get like an energy weapon?" She'd go, "Oh yeah, here you go," and then she has like some energy weapon to give. There's like a laser pistol. Yeah, let's go help her.
No, I can't go.
Fine, I'll fucking get you. I'll get her
Oh
out.
my God! Thank you. I didn't know what to do. You are the best.
Butchie, help me! Ow, that hurts!
There.
We did it! My mom's gonna be okay.
I like Butch.
You're the best
but
friend I've ever had, man.
I like Butch.
Hey, I know it
There's a
isn't
character.
much, but I want you to have my Tunnel Snake's jacket. Go ahead, take it.
There's clearly a reason why he's like the way he is. Look at her room. There's just beer, there's vodka and shit. She's just fucking drunk. And then
Where did those...
the moment she's out of the red roaches, the moment the red roaches are no longer attacking her, she goes back to drinking alcohol. Come on. Yeah. It's funny you have the vault. The overseer is just sitting here on the radio like, don't panic as everyone is dying. Like, the majority of the population gets absolutely wiped out in this attack. And he's sitting on the intercom, safe in his room, guarded by his personal guards, telling everyone that, yeah, you're okay. Yes, I know which way to go. I'm just checking to see. I don't remember if any of the doors are open.
Hold on, son. I just want to talk to you for a minute. Oh, you're lucky it was me who found you. The others won't be so forgiving. I don't know what you're up to, and I don't want to know. Just clear out of here, and I'll pretend I never saw you.
This is why Gomez the GOAT. An opportunity to work for a homicidal
Don't
maniac.
think I don't know it. Why do you think I'm letting you go? I guess you're trying to follow your dad. Outside. Good gravy. If I didn't know what the Overseer would do if he caught you, I'd never tell you to try for it, but it's your only shot. And you take care, and I hope you find your daddy.
Yeah, okay.
Damn it, more roaches!
Gomez is such a... I really do like Gomez a lot. Alright. Oh yeah, his hair finally came. My character's hair finally came in.
I think I got something on my shoe.
To be fair, he should have some crazy raggling around here. He just woke up.
It's our only chance. Don't you see? We're getting out of here, just
We're
like the
gonna do
doctor.
this.
I'm not gonna let anyone stop us. It's me.
Tom,
This
be
isn't
careful.
going to be pretty.
Yeah, they fucking wreck him.
Tom, no!
And then her too. Yeah, Bolt Executed just fucking kills everyone that just isn't in their rooms. Which is delusional, to say the least. To expect people to just remain calm when in their rooms. There are mutated cockroaches mass attacking them. This motherfucker, dude.
He had to go and leave, didn't he? He had to mess things up for everybody.
Yeah, the reason you can't come in here
Guards, he's over here.
and you can't get in this guy is because he's your failsafe if you kill the Overseer.
That stupid kid is over here. He's trying to leave the ball.
That's just too strong. The character has no strength, no nothing, and he's still able to just absolutely wreck everything with that. I want to put on. And I want to put on this.
I told you, I don't know anything.
Be reasonable, Amata. Officer Matt
Yeah,
may
see?
enjoy this, but I don't.
Tell us where to find
Another thing, though, when you're in VATS, remember? Yeah, you'll take less damage. I think it's about 25% less. So it's actually beneficial to trade in VATS.
Tell me where he is, so I can talk to him. One more time.
You'd better talk, Gordon.
No, please, no.
And again, also,
Do for now.
Amata is literally getting fucking attacked with a baton
I only want to talk to your friend.
by Officer Mac. With with her dad right there, and he's like, I'm not. Sometimes you just gotta hit you. You gotta put your personal feelings aside, like this, like he's not fucking beating her with a baton. And no,
I hope you're here to turn yourself in,
Not
young
turn
man.
himself.
You're already in enough trouble as it is. Don't make it worse for yourself.
the simple fact we know that he killed Jonas. No, we're not.
I place the good of the vault above everything, even my own paternal feelings. We must not allow sentiment to cloud our judgment. But I admire your protective
So yeah,
instincts. Very well. I give you my word that Amata will
fucking
not suffer
again.
further
She's a
because of your
19-year-old girl.
Now then, if you really care about Amata, you will see how dangerous your father's actions were.
It's not my
Hand
fault.
over your
Nah.
weapons.
See ya.
And put an end to this dangerous situation. There is no need to join your father as a traitor.
But
to
we
the
have killed 2 guards. It's done. You're done. The moment you killed.
Oh, is that all? Is there anything else I can get you while you're here? You'll get nothing from me. I'll die before I see the safety of the vault compromised again. Save your sanctimony. The world is a dangerous place, and I make no apologies for doing whatever it takes to keep the vault safe.
Guards, help me!
Which includes, it is not limited to sitting in your little
here.
room
Don't let him get
with
away.
your guards, as everyone in the vault is fucking dying. People, like,
He's here. Don't let him get away.
that's the thing to think about. I think, in my opinion, that's the biggest takeaway you can get with the Overseer. People are genuinely dying. And yeah, there's Jonas. And his honest thing of a way to defend you, help the vault is to sit in that room. Actually, it's actually not beneficial to have I don't know if I can actually get rid of it now, though. Yeah, you can't. It's actually beneficial not to grab it. But because you can just get a bunch of XP. Like, I just took it. Oh my, I'm so stupid. You get free XP if you don't. Just don't be like me. Alright, let's read these. Security dossiers. Here we go. Tunnel snakes. If Butch and his leather-clad delinquents accost Amada one more time, they'll have more to deal with than their cerebric teacher. Their services have come in handy upon occasion, I must admit, and they're starting to become unruly. If dogs become feral, they must be put down. I'll have to remind Butch of that upon our next meeting. He is using the tunnel snakes as a gang to beat people up. But only gets mad when it happens to his kid. Oh, he has to put his paternal feelings above the vault? Come on. Beatrice, here we go. Okay. Just what Vault 101 needs, an absent-minded, sexually repressed sycophant. Beatrice has served Vault 101 admirably for years, but her mind is growing feeble, and I'll have to speak with her, our good doctor, about some kind of long-term pharmaceutical solution. We may at least be able to keep her comfortable and quiet until she passes on. Jonas. I never should have assigned Jonas as James's assistant. He was always too idealistic for his own good. Now he spends every waking minute with a good doctor, who gleefully fills his ears with even more idealistic nonsense. I've considered reassigning him, but the truth is Jonas is a fine medic in his own right. It would be hiding him down in maintenance would be a terrible waste of resources. Amada. Every time I try to get Amada to open up, she just pushes me further and further away. Since she was a child, I've tried to instill in her those values that made this vault the way it is today. Loyalty, honesty, commitment, and hard work. She does try, and with a lot of guidance has grown into a fine young woman that makes all the sadder that she continues to alienate me. She looks at me and sees the overseer, not the father that she cared for her alone since she was an infant. And you proved her right. Alright, scouting report. Man, I wonder where they got scouting reports from. As our test suggested, the immediate vicinity of the vault is no longer dangerously irradiated. Although the background radiation is still well above the safe levels, pockets of more intense radiation appear to have still be common, and all surface water seems to have be undrinkable. We will need to carry an ample supply of Rad-X with us on all future surveys, but hazard suits do not seem to be necessary for general exploration. Our old maps are largely useless. The town of Springvale is an abandoned ruin, and all pre-war roads have disappeared or are no longer passable. We encountered a group of monstrous ants which appeared to confirm Mackey's theories of mutation due to extended exposure to radiation. We drove off the ants with gunfire and collected several specimens for study upon the return to the vault. See Exhibit A. The good news is that human civilization still survives, despite everything. We discovered a settlement known as Megaton, whose inhabitants, although somewhat wary at first, soon welcomed us into their town. We spent a good deal of the time in Megaton and learned of a great deal about the Capital Wasteland, as the area around Washington, D.C. is now called, from them. Megaton is a fortified outpost of civilization, of sorts, but it seems that the giant ants are the least of the dangers of this new world. We agreed that it was prudent to return to the vault immediately and revise our survey plans in light of what we may have learned. Lewis and Agnes remained in Megaton to serve as ambassadors and continue to collect information until we return. Ann Palmer, Survey Team Leader, February 10th, 2020. 2241. Exhibit you did it Ant B Megaton. Yeah. Both tech instructions. A letter from Dr. Stanislaus Braun. A letter to the Overseer from Dr. Stanislaus Braun. If you are reading this, emergency vault internment procedures have been initiated and you and your control vault have been sealed in your vault. Congratulations. You are now a vital part of the most ambitious program ever undertaken by Vault-Tec. If you have not yet read your sealed orders, do so now. They will outline the experimental protocols assigned to your control group. Please remember that deviation from these protocols in any way will jeopardize the success of the program, and may be considered grounds for termination by Vault-Tec Corporation. As outlined in your employment agreement, your vault may or may not have been selected to receive a GEC module. Please see Attachment A for details. Dr. Stanislaus Brown, Director, Societal Preservation Program, Vault-Tec Corporation. Vault 101 will not receive a GEC module and should operate under the guidelines laid forth in the Overseer's sealed orders. Vault-Tec Scientific Survey Entry, the GEC. The GEC is quite simply the most advanced piece of technology ever developed by Vault-Tec, a terraforming module module capability of creating life from complete lifelessness after riding out in the storm of nuclear Armageddon in a Vault-Tec patented vault. Residents can then activate the GEC and create a new earthen paradise. Craters and dust will give way to rolling grasslands and sparkling clear water. Of course, due to time and monetary constraints, not every vault will be equipped with a GEC module. Good to keep in mind. Huh? I love the sounds of the vault.
He's opening the vault door. We need this door open now.
Oh my god. You actually opened it. You did it! You opened the door! My god, I almost didn't believe it was possible.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. I had a gun, so.
No, you didn't need me. If anyone can survive out there, it's you.
Why don't you come with me?
It's tempting, but my place is here. The vault needs me more than you do. I'm the only one who has a chance to talk some sense into my father. Listen, if you do catch up with your dad, tell him I'm sorry for you know, Jonas and my father and everything. Goodbye.
Alright, time to go. Those guys come out immediately. I remember the trigger is talking to Amada, so you should want to wait until the door's open. Otherwise, they come out there and they will beat your ass. Alright, let me look at something. In this game, there is no strength requirements. They change it every game. Well, 1 and 2, there's a strength requirement. I think in this game, there's no strength requirement. But in the Vegas, there is. 1 and 2, there is. It feels weird. I always forget because it's just there's so much shit. There's so many differences between the Fall games. That it makes you think. Yeah, now here you go. So yeah, strength affects you how much you can carry, and the effect of all your melee attacks. This works. Perception is bonus explosive, lockpick, energy weapon skills, and lets you see enemies from farther on your compass. And then endurance is more health, environmental resistances, big guns and unarmed. Charisma is speech, and I don't know what it means with the disposition. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't remember charisma actually affecting disposition, which, to be fair, that might just be a leftover from Oblivion, and because they made this right after Oblivion. Intelligence, science, repair, medicine, higher, and you get more. The reason why intelligence is super strong is you get more skill points point per your level. Which means if you're not running an intelligence character, it's I don't like the system of having your skill points determined by intelligence, because it makes any wanting to be strong build into an intelligence build, and it works for my build for this, but a lot of people don't want to build just intelligence characters. Again, you can run without intelligence, but the simple fact that you're losing out on so many skill points overall, it's not a great system to force your players into leveling intelligence to get skill points, in my opinion. And I feel that for every Fallout game, because it kind of railroads me, especially me, for example, when you look at numbers of skill points you're losing, feels god awful. I hate using the word feels god awful, but I don't want it feels like I don't like using feels to describe game design. It forces you into a play style if you want to feel like you're getting somewhere. And it's cool, and especially in this game where low intelligence doesn't even reward you with like the dumb dialogue. It's just it's awful. I hate it. I don't like it. Don't like it. Your skill points should be either you get more from perks or something, or you don't, or you just keep it a set number that you get. Like that. That's how I prefer it. Even though I prefer skills. I like skills. I think skills are great. I think they're a great system. They're perfect. I love them. Skills are my favorite way to do stuff. Don't do it like this, in my opinion. Alright, agility affects your small guns and sneak skills and your action points. Agility, it's good, but it's not nearly as important as it is in Fallout 1 and 2. Because action points aren't nearly as important as they are in this game as they are in 1 and 2. So, winning Fallout 1, I run my canon character is very much a gunslinger type character. Kind of like, that Mad Max type character. You need a lot of agility. And really, the problem is the agility has the intelligence problem in Fallout 1 and 2. You need high agility. The game is miserable with a high agility. Oh my god, you get no attacks. And God forbid you have odd number of action points and your attacks don't go into it. God awful. Again, you can make it work. It's just, please, no. And luck. Critical. Really, it's criticals in this game. Luck did a lot more in Fallout 1 and 2. You get different random encounters depending on your luck. Crits were ridiculous in Fallout 1 and 2. I love crits in Fallout 1 and 2. Fallout 1 and 2 have very good fun crit builds. It is very much, in my opinion, I think it's way better. The simple damage that you do, and when you do an automatic weapon, every bullet in Fallout 1 and 2 has their own chance to crit. So, and if you have high luck and you're critting every shot, you get 3 shots and all 3 of them crit. It is euphoria. Fallout 4 kind of brings you back to that. Luck builds in Fallout 4 are very much more fun. But luck is always good no matter what. But I don't think it's nearly as much of a priority as, to be fair, it's not really much of a priority in any of the Fallout games. I think you can run it basically fine with 5 luck, 6 luck. Fine. As long as you don't go low luck. Having basic level luck is good. But to be fair, Fallout 1 and 2 had gifted, which helped out your special tremendously. It made it way easier to build a character with gifted. This game does not give you that. Looks fine. to a save. And I'm gonna lower the strength by 1. I think I'm good. I think I'm fine. Specials wise. This isn't supposed to be an ultra. Next thing. It's fine. There really isn't much like coming out of the vault for the first time in these games. It's so good. That for this makes sense for later. Even that out. That's my lockpick. Let's do that. Get that up. And up. The meta pick is intense training, I would say. Lady Killer's very fun. He's not a lady killer though. He's not like that. I'll do intense training. And I'll put that into perception. Do I want it in perception actually? Why? I definitely want intense training. Obviously, we're doing that. Yeah, we'll pop it on. Perception. Alright. One thing I will say. Okay, here we go. While the DLC spam is happening, one thing you have to point out, and it's very much prevalent in Fallout 3. Bucket is dirty. You'd think that 200 years after the war, people would have kind of cleaned up by now. And I tend to agree. Again, the theory of this game being supposed to only be like 20 to 40 years after the war is a very good theory, because it does feel like Fallout 1, which is 80 years after the bombs dropped.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, here we go.
Where'd you come from? Did Moriarty send you?
Yeah, who the fuck is Moriarty?
Colin Moriarty, the owner of Moriarty's Saloon in Megaton. That sack of shit is convinced that I'm some crazy junkie who stole money from him.
I mean, this is kind of to help her, if he gets
I'm
it.
tired of hiding out here like some kind of wasteland
Yeah, I'll
dog.
get the money and I'll tell him you're done.
I guess you're right. Here, this is all I have. Please leave me alone now.
Also, that's not all she has. She has, I think it's 100 to 200 extra on her person right now. She is lying to you, which is fine. But I wanted to get that money. Seth exploring Springvale, and sees a random woman talking about how he's not a druggie, he's not a drug addict. Leave me alone. It's a very perfect way So I will do this for atmosphere, just to get everything. Also, the Overseer's password to his terminal is a mod. That's very much not a safe password to have. A lot of people would catch your dog. Here we go.
Hold on, Jonas. I need to record this first. I don't really know how to tell you this. I hope you'll understand, but I know you might be angry. I thought about it for a long time, but in the end, I decided it was best for you not to know. So many things could have gone wrong, and there's really no telling how the Overseer will react when he finds out. It's best if he can blame everything on me. Obviously, you already know that I'm gone. It was something I needed to do. You're an adult now. You're ready to be on your own. Maybe someday things will change and we can see each other again. I can't tell you why I left or where I'm going. I don't want you to follow me. God knows life in the vault isn't perfect, but at least you'll be safe. Just knowing that will be enough to keep me going.
Don't mean to rush you, Doc, but I'd feel better if we got this over with.
Okay, go ahead. Goodbye. I love you.
Yeah. And then Jonas got fucking killed. Thanks, man. Yeah, the caravans.
Welcome, sir or madam, to Crazy Wolfgang's traveling junk store. The depot of detritus, the shop of slop, and the caravan of crap. Now, what odds and ends can I, the craziest of all possible Wolfgangs, offer to you?
I don't know exactly what determines it, but it's always to me, it's always a different caravan. I know they all cycle out and stuff, but I don't know if you could make it so one caravan spawn specifically. Maybe if you finish the vault in a certain amount of time, there's a different caravan here.
Nothing but the highest quality leftovers, junk, and crap.
This is perfect.
See you out on the road, huh?
But I don't know. Maybe there's a way. All right, there's a lot to discuss with Megaton. Here we go. Lore-wise, discussing a lot of opinion that you see on Megaton.
Another newcomer. Name's Lucas Sims, town sheriff, and mayor too when the need arises. I don't know why, but I like you, boy. Something tells me you're all right. So welcome to Megaton. Just holler if you need something.
He only says if you have good karma. And you basically, where that comes down to is, did you help Amada? Or did you tell Butch that she's sensitive about her weight? And stuff like that. I think also if you kill the Overseer, you get some negative karma. But he says that specifically if you're good. And if you're bad, he says yeah, he's worried about you. And he's worried, and he tells you to stay the hell out of trouble, or he's gonna kill you. Basically. Yeah.
Friendly and well-mannered. I think we're gonna get along just fine.
He also has special
You treat my
dialogue
people
if you
nice,
stay in your
you're
regular
welcome to
vault
stay
clothes.
as long as you'd like.
If you're in your regular vault clothes when you walk in here, he's like, oh my god, a blue jumpsuit. Even though your dad came through here already, he's already seen another vault dweller. But yeah, that's not really a flaw, I guess. Maybe he still past Lucas, right?
I'm glad we understand.
Because he did come in
each
here
other.
and then
Now,
left quick.
Is there something I can help
So
you with?
that wouldn't surprise me if Lucas just didn't see him. Looking for my dad.
Nope. Sorry. I got enough fires to put out in this place that I
But also
don't
that's
have
not true
time to
because
keep tabs
Lucas
on
absolutely
every
has seen him
visitor.
because he tells you where he
I'd
is,
ask around town.
where to find him. He says he doesn't know him. What's the talk about the bar?
What about it?
Alright, let's see if I can disarm it.
I don't trust any of the locals to tinker with it. Besides, most people don't even realize it's still a threat. And hell, Cromwell and those crazies from the Church of Adam, they worship the damn thing. Why? You think you got the know-how to disarm it? For good?
Yeah, I can see about disarming it for you.
Oh, all right. Fine. But listen here. Just take a look at it first. Go easy. If you get the job done, there'll be 100 caps in it for you. Not an op.
Unfortunate.
Great.
Seth
Go ahead and
Seth
see what
is
you can do.
he's a good guy, but he
Just
also knows he needs money. Alright, so now look. So he says he has not seen him. He has not seen your dad. The moment you promised to help him, though, now.
Well, come to think of it, I do remember a stranger coming through here. Had a look in his eye. You know the kind a man gets when he's got a purpose. Spent some time up in the saloon. Might want to check with Moriarty. Just watch yourself. That man's trouble.
Exactly. Son of a bitch. I love Sim. Tell me about your town.
What do you want to know?
Where can I get a drink?
Sure. Head over to Moriarty's for spirits. Or, if you want something to eat, head over to the Brass Lantern.
Okay. Does the town have a doctor?
Yep, he's a bit cranky, but he means well. Just make sure there's something actually wrong with you before you bother him. You'll find him down in the plaza at the bottom of the hill, across the way from the Brass Lantern. All right, shoot.
Area outside Megaton. What do you know, Sims?
It's called the Wasteland for a reason. But there are settlements, too, spread all around. The human race is stubborn like that. To the south, you've got Rivet City. But don't bother going to D.C. The place is a war zone.
Alright, D.C. is a war zone. I want you to keep in mind, with the setting of Fallout 3, it takes place in 2277. 200 years of the bomb drop. At this point in the timeline, this year, the NCR fights the Legion. They do the first Battle of Hoover Dam. This year, the NCR has control over all of California, probably at this point. As much as people will say they just control a few areas, no, they don't. Well, two ending slides talk about this, where the cons were controlling Vault 15. It was Vault 15. And after you beat them, NCR is now allowed to completely expand north into the rest of California, up north. It's just how it is. And we know that the Chosen One killed the cons, because if Fallout New Vegas, that's why they're in Vegas. Because they got killed again.
Carry on.
That's one thing. It's very weird to have this setting here where civilization's not grown enough, when on the other side of the continent there is functioning nation states fighting wars against each other. It's very weird. It's very tonally clashing, I would say. Is again also one thing to keep in mind with Fallout 3's Wasteland. I mean, there is no clean drinking water, and there's no dams and stuff to fix stuff.
Were you just kidding about disarming them?
So like Lake Mead and stuff, we don't have like a Lake Mead, and stuff, and reservoirs that the NCR has, right? It's one thing to keep in mind. We're going to disarm it. I'm not even going to talk to Bert about this. Even though canonically Sims dies, canonically Sims bites the dust. Either in this quest or at some point, Sims dies I said basically almost every single one of them before I said the Lone Wanderer. Before the Lone Wanderer is here. Like, while the Lone Wanderer is here...
I'll be damned. You did
Sims,
it, didn't you?
Sims dies.
You disarmed
some way.
that thing.
And
Here's
this kid
your
blames...
Hell, why don't you move in?
Whether or not it's justified or not,
like you.
that's up
Got
for
an empty
debate.
place here you can use. Here's the key indeed. It ain't much to look at, but talk with Moira. She's got random odds and ends you might be able to spruce the place up with.
My opinion, if you want headcanon, my headcanon is Enclave attack. Kill Sims, and he gets Seth's blamed because he lives here. So the Enclave were trying to see if they could kill him in his house. Also, that is a free level up, so obviously I'm going to take it. There. So now we got an average. And then that. What can I do like 3 and 2? You did an explosives. I'll do it in barter, why not? I still think intense training is probably the best. It's just so good. For now, like, it's really your best perks level 4. Level 4 is when you start getting actual perks. Lady Killer's good. Again, I just don't see Seth as a lady killer. He's really not. I'll do intense training again. And I'll get luck up to 6. But no, he's just not a lady killer like that. Especially how the game does dialogue with it. Now, played Fallout 4. Also, oh no, I need to discuss this first. Right there. Okay.
Feel his glow and be divided.
Some people
There shall be no tears, no sorrow,
say
no
that that's a Vault-Tec symbol.
For in the division, we shall see our release from the pain and hardship.
That is not a
of
Vault-Tec
this
symbol.
world. Yea,
That
your
is
suffering
clearly
is
not
no
a Vault-Tec
longer.
symbol.
It shall be washed away in Atom's glow.
Let me see if I can get
Burn
an
from
example
you in the
of a
fire
Vault-Tec
of
symbol.
his brilliance.
Do they have it on? I know it's Robco. Do you think maybe?
Each of us shall give birth to a billion stars formed from the mass of our wretched and filthy bodies. Each of us.
Let me. Oh, I'm not gonna even gonna try it. I'm gonna just make my point. That's not a Vault-Tec symbol. The Vault-Tec symbol has. It is a circle again. So yes, correct. Circle with a dot in it.
And shall know Atom in his glory.
But it does not have two things coming out of it like that. It is 2 short ones on top, a long one in the middle, and a short one on the bottom.
I give unto you
And also,
feeble bones.
there is no Vault-Tec symbol that has I can be irradiated with 2 wasteless survival guide. There is no Vault-Tec part that has these little grooves here. There's no little grooves here on any Vault-Tec symbol. It's just not. It's not a Vault-Tec symbol. As much as people will want to claim that because of the show, it is not a Vault-Tec symbol. It is not. And I'm sorry, it's not an oversight by the devs to not have the right fucking symbol. It is a goddamn Fallout game. And your character just came from a vault. They probably were designing Megaton very early into development. And they probably were planning it very early into the development, right? There's no way they would do something that's stupid. They wouldn't fuck up the Vault-Tec logo when they have it all over in the. They have how many fucking assets of it?
Come forth and drink the waters of the glow. For this
And that's good to keep in mind.
Is our salvation.
It's not a Vault-Tec symbol.
Symbol of Atom's glory.
Leave it at that. A lot of people claim it is. It's not. I don't know what it is, but it's not a Vault-Tec symbol.
Of the promise of our division in the times to come.
What do you say? Here we go.
Have we here?
Play Fallout 4. You probably know who these guys are, at least.
A new addition to our humble little community. Dear child, welcome. Welcome to Megaton. I am Confessor Cromwell, prophet of Atom and father of the undying glow. Please, child, come to the church anytime at all.
Now, they worship Atom and radiation and stuff, but they're also not. They are not the first ones to worship the bombs dropping, where they believe that's like the great splitting, right? the big coming when the bombs dropped and the stuff, the world was blessed. The first ones to do that were the children of the cathedral. The cathedral believed in that as well. When you talk to them and fought one, they talk about it being, they call it the punishment for mankind's sins pre-war. And it's part of the indoctrination thing that the master uses for his children of the cathedral to push as a narrative for his super mutants. That to seem like his super mutants are above the sins of the humans that dropped the bombs. So yes, this is not the first time we have seen a cult forming around radiation and the bombs dropping in the pre-war era and into the apocalypse. I think it's interesting that they took kind of some of the things from the Children of the Cathedral and put it into Atom.
What would you like to know? The Church of the Children of Atom is based on the idea that each single atomic mass in all of creation contains within it an entire universe. When that atomic mass is split, a single universe divides and becomes two, thus signifying the single greatest act of Atom's creation. Occasionally, a divine event occurs, and trillions upon trillions of new universes are created. The last such event took place here 200 years ago, where most of the lost children of Atom see that event as simple war and devastation. We see creation and unification in Atom's glow.
They even use the same kind of terminology of unification, unity. Which, yeah, it's just, they have different goals and they have different, they definitely differ. They're not the same. It's just that they have the same kind of belief of what the bombs were, that they were a holy event, which is interesting. I like the Children of Atom. I think they're a cool concept. I think they're cool, but I also really love the Children of the Cathedral. I really love the Children of the Cathedral. One of my favorite parts about the Unity is the cathedral. Just, I love that the Master uses humans as propaganda pieces that come into settlements and set up churches and safe houses and sick houses for people, and then converts them into more of them and stuff like that. It's very cool. And I also find the idea hilarious of an idea of, and I've read it before, where people, they like, it's like if you find your, in the Fallout universe, if you're like a kid growing up and you find purple robes in of a guy, of your dad, like your grandpa in California, it's like if you found your fucking grandpa's KKK outfit. It's hilarious of an idea, because it basically kind of is for Fallout.
Those who were called to Atom during the Great Division were very fortunate. They were permitted to aid in the process of Atom's creation. We seek the same, both in symbol and in fact, and the bomb, as you call it, represents Atom's capacity for creation. We kneel before it and ask that Atom call us to aid him. We pray that out of our meager bodies, he will create new life.
Again, these people want the bomb to blow up. Again, it's good that you don't let him do that, but they do want the bomb to blow up. They are happy if the bomb blows up. They will be happy in death. Still, I don't know if I agree still with the concept of building your town around it. But, yeah. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't think I don't see the argument for it. No matter what. Because again, especially because Sims knows it's armed. If it was a disarmed bomb, maybe I could see it. But Megaton feels weird because you feel like a city would found itself on an area with natural resources. Shady Sands had the water well was reservoirs and stuff. Junktown was like a junkyard, so there's plenty of stuff there to trade with. The hub is like, you know, this kind of stuff. You'd figure that. Again, though, it's hard for me to do it. I wanna. It's hard for me to look at stuff like that. Especially with Fallout 1, it's so much harder to model that in an isometric space like that. And again, one thing I wish that this game did a lot more of was farming and how people deal with resource shortages because there's no drinkable water. I want to know how do these people work around that, for example. Because again, there could still be a workaround, but you could still have the plot being wanting to build water for the wasteland. Because the workaround still isn't perfect and people are still radiating themselves. So that would be the hope. I wish we had more of that. And fortunately, only New Vegas does it with the sharecropper farms. I wish there were more areas like the sharecropper farms where you had like, Megaton's farming area, and it was just a giant area with veggies and animals. Maybe kind of back in the back of Megaton or something. I would love that. Because to me, that makes me feel the world more alive. So, yeah. Again, I guess there's water pumps, but still, with water in this one, it feels weird because the whole plot is that there's no water.
I traveled quite a bit, but that was a different life. I assume that you are seeking information and advice, yes? The only advice that I can offer is this. You will find no wealth in the wasteland greater than that which you will find within yourself. Bask in Atom's glow, and you will understand.
I want to keep in mind, Seth is a Christian. His dad made him into a Christian. He was born a Christian. This shit's ridiculous to him. Because again, he knows the truth. He knows the general idea of the bombs and how nuclear stuff works. He thinks this is ridiculous.
Megaton.
But he's not.
Atom's sacred village.
He's not going to tell him you guys are crazy,
He has chosen
though.
this place for the site of his shrine, and we have been called.
Now I understand the children. I understand the.
Outsiders ask us, why did you build a town?
No. I understand why these guys are here.
To them I say, the bomb brings the promise of division and the gift of the glow. The bomb is us. The bomb is Atom. And thus, we are Atom, awaiting the day in which each of us gives birth to 1 trillion new lives.
Okay. That argument, when Cromwell says is, I like the justification for the children to be here. The children of Adam. This makes total sense for the children of Adam to be here. 100%. Perfect. Good job, Bethesda. It is perfectly explained. Now, why is everyone else here? Unless they're all children of Adam worshippers. I think that Megaton could have functioned as a later town, not the starting town you go to. And they have all children of Adam people here. They're all children of Adam worshippers. They all believe in Adam's glow. So they all congregate around the bomb. And now you have now you could make a thing of religious conflicts in the game, for example. Or anything more quest with that. Rather than what we get with the Children of Adam, where I have to wait until Fallout 4 to make them into something different. When, yeah. I mean, I like show no matter what. No matter what. I typically enjoy what like religion stuff. I enjoy it. I enjoy any game if you can let me play a religious character or any stuff like that. I'm on it.
News? My friend, I take effort not to be involved in such worldly business.
Okay.
Of course, now that you mentioned it, I've noticed that Moira has hired a mercenary to protect her goods. The man never sleeps, so they say. Raise shower.
Yeah. He one thing though, when I talk about that merc, right? You know Moira got the thing for the synths. So again, in this game, they didn't fully know what the synths were going to be, and you can obviously be able to tell that when you play it. When you play Fallout 3, you realize how much Bethesda didn't actually plan for this.
Ah, look. Another one of you wasteland assholes. Look here, asshole. I don't like you. Stay clear of me and we'll have no trouble.
I think this is a perfect evil companion. I think Jericho's perfect for an evil playthrough. He's the perfect type of character you'd want.
There ain't much to tell. I used to live out in the wastes. Was a real bastard back then. But I've put all that behind me. What? Back out where? I left all that behind me. There's nothing but bullshit out there. Killing, stealing, violence. I'm not that guy anymore. Yeah, you're right. Stupid idea anyway.
I can't do it. I can't recruit him yet to be evil. Thing with Fallout 3, they have karma gated companion. Now I get the point. I played Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. It's cool that you have alignment or, karma based in Fallout's case.
Come back if you need something.
Companions. The only time that this other happens with the 3D games is this game, where all the companions are locked behind behind karma, is Cass. Cass will tell you to fuck off if you're evil. If you're evil karma, Cass is like, alright, you're an asshole. See ya. Fortunately, we didn't see Billy Creel, who is probably one of my favorite characters here.
Hi, I'm Maggie. I live with Billy Creel. Do you know him? He's not my dad or anything, but he takes care of me now. Anyway, I should go. Bye. Billy does. Have you met Billy? Billy Creel? A long, long time ago, he saved me from raiders. They killed my real parents, but Billy showed up before they got me, and now he's like my daddy. Sort of. It's okay, I guess. I used to live way far away when I was little, before Billy found me. I couldn't tell you, really.
Yeah. But the thing with I like about Billy is it implied how fucked up he was. And then he genuinely tried to change for the better. With theoretically killing Maggie's parents. And then adopting her because he felt guilty that he killed this child family. And to be fair, I think that is a perfect character point for a raider character to redeem themselves, where they feel terrible about someone they killed and try to make up for it. And no matter how kind of fucked up it is, I want to talk to you.
Well, hey there, stranger. I'm Manya. The old coot wandering around here is my husband, Nathan. If there's anything we can help you with, ask me. Don't ask Nathan. He'll just blabber at you about the damned Enclave all day.
We'll get on to Nathan and the Enclave as we go. We will get into the fucking factions. Don't you worry. And my likes and dislikes and unpopular opinions on the factions. All right. I had some questions about this town's history. Let's get into the deep lore of Megaton.
I can tell you just about anything you want to know, honey. Megaton's history ain't no secret.
Alright, what is this place made of?
Long ago, before the war, there used to be machines. They were like buses, but they flew through the sky, taking people anywhere they wanted to go. You didn't have to walk, you just went to the air station, bought a ticket, and took to the skies. Anywhere in the world, you just up and flew there. When the war happened, the machines started dropping from the sky. Everyone around here thinks that the bomb made the crater, but it didn't. The crater provided good cover from the dust storms, and when my daddy and the rest of the town decided to build the walls, they used what they had.
Yeah, yes. Plane crashes, and they used the crater that was formed from it to build around it so the dust storms wouldn't get them. First thing, I wish there was more about the dust storm. I would love that. I would love to deal with some dust storm stuff as a mechanic. Second off, I don't know about this explanation.
Some of us wanted to, but the Church of Adam was just getting its start then. We needed their help to build the walls and clear the wreckage. If we'd have tried to move the bomb, they would have refused to help. Besides, a lot of people just wanted to leave it alone. It didn't seem to be hurting anything, and who knows what would happen if we messed with it.
Our problem is, it's been how long? You kind of have to try and check it out eventually. You couldn't, I mean, again, I could have been an evil character, and I could have fucking blown this town up. That's my problem. I feel like it should have been a problem that they should have dealt with earlier. Which, again, this only took place 20 years, 40 years. Maybe about even just fall at one time. You could have had this set in the same time period. Just on the East Coast. I could see this. I could see it. I could understand why they didn't move the bomb yet. Because, you know, this is 200 years. You know? Like, again, and we know this time was around 40 years ago, at least. And how old she is, let's just assume she's 60. Let's say Megaton was, let's say, actually, I don't even know if she's 60. I want to know how old, I don't know how old she is, actually. I'm going to look it up, because I want to do a little bit of math on this. According to this, she's 64. So the Megaton was presumably built, and because the Vault-Tec thing in 2020, 2,241, 2241, 2241. Went to Megaton. And we're talking to the locals. So we know that it's 40 years ago, 46 years ago, at least, Megaton has been here. It just, you know, it's just, I wish in that amount of time they would have done something with it. I mean, you even could have had it where they try to do something, and that's why they refuse to let you touch it, because some fucking dumb shit. They looked at it and they're like, oh yeah, it's fucked. Also, the source on her being 64 is from the official game guide. I don't know. I don't trust that. But whatever. Alright. Parts here just for one more scene.
Good eye. You're right, honey. There are. There was an air station a couple of miles from here. It had been stripped of everything except the planes. My daddy got a bunch of people together to go out there, break apart the machines, and drag back what we could use. It took him a couple of months. You can't even tell where the air station was anymore. The wasteland just took it back.
Okay. Her dad did it. She's 64. So I'd have to assume she's really young, right? She was really... I'm going to assume she was really young. Well, I don't know. What year did Megaton get founded, boy? Oh, okay. I'm so much drawing a blank now. It is 2 in the morning. It is... I always fuck up dates, no matter what, no matter how knowledgeable I am. I don't know, does it not give a date? Okay. No, okay. Her grandfather lived here before, and in the crater, and then her dad. Then they started building more, and then it became a trade hub and stuff. This shit, no. They had way more time to do anything about the Bob.
It's a hell of a lot easier than trying to find enough parts
My point stands. They absolutely should have done something.
Besides,
even if they're like, they wouldn't be upset. Nah, it's fucking a bomb, bro. Anything would have been better than doing nothing. I'm sorry. Another question.
Sure thing, hun.
How did the town start?
Well, originally, it started as a hole in the ground. My pappy talked about how his father and the original settlers just hid in this crater. It was enough to keep them safe from the dust storms. When things cooled down and people started wandering into the wastes, some stayed behind. The wanderers started coming back here to trade their stuff. By the time my pappy was born, the town was a full-on trading center.
Yes, if Megaton was formed before his dad was born.
And eventually convinced the others to build the walls to hold off the raiders.
So they even built it. They had this settlement pre-Herb even being born. This is an over 64-year-old settlement. No, probably even more. This is a maybe 100-plus-year-old settlement. Come on. And also, no one's cleaning up the fucking garbage, man. Jesus.
Well, the raiders, for one. Once the town got big enough, they'd wait until the traders and their guards were away. They'd come in and clean us out. Now, the super mutants, they were a whole other breed of problem. They'd kill us if they had to, but mostly they tried to drag people away, alive. So, eventually, my father did something about it. Him and a few others organized the traders and the citizens and built the walls. So we're pretty safe now. Still, I wish those Brotherhood of Steel fellers hadn't hit on such hard times. They really helped keep the wolves at bay.
We're going to get into them later. I'm not going to talk about the super mutants yet. I'm very uncharitable with these super mutants. I'm going to warn you. We're not going to talk about the Brotherhood. We're not going to talk about the factions yet until we meet them and we talk to them. We might not even get fully into the Brotherhood until we get to the Citadel. Because you can't get the full story until you get to the Citadel. So it'd be better to wait until then. We'll get basic opinions until then, though.
Not at first. It was a collection of people trying to get into the vault, people worshipping the bomb, and a few other refugees. Then the traders came. Now the caravans take care of most of the trading, but before they were set up, it was all Megaton. I worked on the caravans with my father for a while. That's how I met that worthless bag of liver spots I call a husband. No, space is limited these days. You see all of these people wandering around here? They live up in the common house and aren't really citizens. Most people around here keep one eye open around strangers, but me, I can spot a raider spy at 100 meters. I'm not worried about it at all. But if having meetings and pretending to vote on things makes the others feel safer, so be it.
I'm sorry. It's funny when you play a very evil character.
If you say so, honey.
And she's like, I can spot a raider spy all the time. And no. We know how she got here. We'll still ask
I was
it.
born here, actually, just like my pappy. Oh, for a while I helped him scavenge and then later on his caravan. But traipsing around the wasteland is work for young people. After I met Nathan, I just wanted to stop moving around so much. We've been here ever since. Of course, I can't say that it's been good for Nathan's sanity. Oh, they come from all over, you name it. The Stahl family grew up out east somewhere. Lucy's from some little settlement to the north. Billy doesn't really talk about where he's from. Doc Church used to live in Rivet City. Jericho, well, let's just say that men can change. I hope.
Jericho's a very valuable asset. Who's in charge?
Well, technically, no one. But you can't put two people in a room together without one of them trying to govern the other. But it depends on who you ask. Lucas Sims appointed himself the sheriff. He throws anyone out who causes too much trouble. But Colin Moriarty runs just about everything else. Not much happens here that he doesn't know about or plan.
Tell me about Colin Moriarty. Because we're going to meet him, so.
That man is the scum of the earth. He keeps the drunks around here soaking in liquor. And that poor Nova, that girl deserves better. And don't even get me started on how he treats Gob. Just because the boy looks dead doesn't mean that he should be treated like that. That man has his fingers in everything around here. Just watch what you say about him. It'll always get back.
Tell me about Lucas Sims.
That man tries to bring law to this place. Lost cause, if you ask me. But I respect his trying. He does seem to keep people in line, though. Other than that weird cowboy thing of his, I don't have much to complain about.
To be fair, he does just kind of be a sheriff, right? What else do you ask for in a sheriff?
All right, then. Anything else you wanted to know?
No. Thanks for everything.
Well, you come on back and...
Let's sort it out.
There's only one thing that concerns me in this.
Okay.
He wanders around here all day and all night, preaching about the Enclave and trying to get parts for his guns. I'm not sure who's the bigger fool, him or me. After all, I married him.
Sydney. Okay. So I think it's a good point to think about with Megaton. There is an explanation for why it exists the way it does, and they tried to explain it. I just don't tend to agree with it. I think it's ridiculous that nothing was done about the bomb, or even just look at it. Like, trying to figure out, could you disarm it somehow? You have 25 explosives, you can disarm it. Which I feel like takes away a lot of the gravitas of the point. Again, Megaton should have been a later zone area.
Hold on, you piece of junk. Every day it's the same damn thing.
I can't have music playing. I can't have Toss hit me.
Hey, Smooth Skin, do you need something? A drink, maybe? Anything? Anything at all?
I will say, I think it's unreasonable to expect a Vault Dweller not to be like, what the fuck? I don't see him saying this, but I also don't see him saying this. He don't know what the fuck a ghoul is. first off, he does not know what a ghoul is. Third off, he wouldn't say this either. He'd just ask. He's like, what? Because he doesn't know what ghouls are, and you should be able to explain that because you are fresh out of the vault. How would you know what a ghoul is? But this is probably the closest.
Wait, you're not gonna hit me, yell at me, not even berate me a little bit?
Nope. He's not gonna. Again, he didn't hurt him on purpose. He doesn't know what a ghoul is.
Well, now.
And none of the dialogue reflect it, and that feels weird to me.
Every asshole smooth skin in this town giving me shit just because I look like a corpse. I'm glad to see that there are a few worthwhile people around here. Listen, Moriarty'd have my head if he caught me selling at a discount. But for you, I'll risk it.
Alright, I'm a father.
Oh yeah, I do remember a guy like that. Honestly, I usually keep my head down.
You know anything?
Sorry, Smooth Skin. I can't take the risk. Moriarty will beat the shit out of me for even talking to you.
Again, Moriarty will eventually be dealt with, but we'll leave that for later in the game because he doesn't just kill people yet.
Hey there.
Uh,
Yeah, I remember that man. I saw him talking to Moriarty. It's hard to forget handsome men like that. Yeah, I'll help you. Then Moriarty kicks my sweet ass out the door. Sorry, kid. Talk to God. Huh? Oh, you mean why was Gob banging on that radio? Well, out there in the wastes, there are 2 stations that broadcast. There's the Enclave station. I don't know who they are, but I think it might just be some pre-war broadcast on a loop or something. And there's Galaxy News Radio. It's run by a guy named Three Dog, somewhere down in D.C., but the signal went down a while ago.
Alright, I'm not gonna ask her about the story about him. She just told you about it, so let me see the point. Talk to him.
Oh, man.
Where'd you come from?
A place called Underworld. It's a ghoul city down in D.C. I set off up here to find adventure and fortune. And, well, I found this place. I'm sort of stuck here. Colin says that I can't leave until I pay off my debt to him. Of course, he charges me room and board, too. If you ever get to Underworld, tell Carol that I said hi.
What's all of this about? We'll ask him about it, though. He's the one getting mad about it.
Mr. Moriarty says we can keep...
Okay.
I like hearing the DJ, Three Dog, and how he's helping to fight the good fight. If only I was a part of that, instead of being stuck in this dive.
Well, alright. Let's go.
Don't hit me.
Wait, what? Okay.
Don't even think of breaking into that.
Okay. So usually Burke is there. We disarm the bomb. Burke doesn't show up. Not dealing with Burke. Don't matter. Don't care. Seth wouldn't even talk to him. Wouldn't even deal with it. The moment he mentions blowing up the thing, it's done. He's not talking to him. He'll disarm it. Alright. Let's do this. Talk to Lucy.
I don't recognize you. New in town or something?
Yep.
I hope by something to do you mean a job. Otherwise, you want to talk with Nova. I'm looking for someone to make a delivery. Interested?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Great. I'd like you to deliver this message to my family in the Arafu settlement. I haven't heard from them in months, and I'm worried. As soon as you get there, talk to Davis West. He'll be glad to pay you for the trip.
Alright, cool. You need some information about Arafu?
Sure. Be glad to since you're doing me a big favor and all.
Where is Arafu?
Arafu is northwest of Megaton, on an old overpass over the Potomac. If you follow what's left of the river, you can't miss it.
Your family is in danger?
No, not really. Maybe my letters just aren't arriving. Whatever you can do to get it there would sure be appreciated.
Who else?
Well, let's see. There's Evan King. He's like the sheriff of the town or whatever. Then there's my family, the Ewer family, and a lady who lives alone named Karen Shenzi.
Okay. Anything dangerous?
What? Apart from the wasteland critters, labor raiding parties, raider hit squads, and occasional landmine? No, it's completely safe. If this was easy, I'd go myself, you know.
Okay. And that's it.
Hey.
Alright. Oh, here's Billy.
Well, hot damn. Someone new. Always a pleasure. Name's Billy Creel. You call me Billy, all right? I know Megaton looks more like a boneyard than a town, but it ain't all bad. Take me and Maggie, for instance. We make do just fine. I trade the stuff I scavenge, and she helps keep me on the straight and narrow.
I know who Maggie is. What are you doing around here?
Me? I deal with the caravan suppliers. I used to ride with those guys, so they cut me some good deals. Helps keep the town supplied. But more importantly, I take care of Maggie. Of course, she's getting a little old to have Billy looking over her shoulder all the time. People have been saying that there's something wrong. I'm not worried. Megaton is the best little town you'll find in the capital wasteland. Strong walls, strong people, and strong booze. We've got everything you need to make a life these days. All I know is that I...
Okay. Alright. It's time to talk to, where the fuck is he? Where's his bum at? Upstairs. Wait, where is he?
Hey there. What's the big idea?
Oh, he's here.
Yeah, what the hell do you want? Colin Moriarty, at your service. Welcome to Moriarty's. My saloon, my home, my slice of heaven in this backwoods little burg. If you've got the caps, I've got your pleasure. Please sit down, make yourself comfortable. Your troubles are a thing of the past.
I'm looking for my father.
My God, it's you. The little baby boy all grown up. Persistent little bastard, ain't you? Then and now, it would seem. It's been a long time, kid. Oh, your daddy passed through here all right. Here and gone. Got what he came for and then left. I'm assuming you'll do the same, correct? Is that what your father told you? That you were born in that hole? That he was born there as well? Oh, the lies we tell to those we love. Your father brought you to the vault right after you were born. To keep you safe, you see. I remember it well, you stayed in my saloon after all. That's right. Your father, his Brotherhood of Steel friend, and you, the suckling babe with nary a tit to suckle. Sorry about your mom, truly. But life goes on. Daddy lied. Life's full of little disappointments. And now you're all grown up and wondering where he's gone to. Ah, I see. You know, I heard about the brainwashing that goes on down there. From some other fella, escaped, 5 years back. All hail the overseer. We're born in the vault, we die in the vault, and all that other assorted lunacy. Kid, you've got better programming than our own Deputy Weld. You'd best wise up quick. Wouldn't want anyone taking advantage of you, hmm?
Yeah, let's try it.
You seem like a nice kid. Your dad was here, and now he's not. And yes, I know where he went. But what you're asking me for is information. And information is a commodity.
I ain't
And
paying no
any
goddamn
commodity,
money. Actually, no, at the 100 cap. If you say no to him now, he ups the goddamn price on you. Because he's a son of a bitch.
Excellent. Your dad raised a smart kid. Really no substitute for the love of a father, now is there? Speaking of dear old dad, he went southeast into D.C. to the Galaxy News radio station. Good luck now.
If I was not trying to fully RP, I would kill him. RP a bit. I could still kill him. Just get it done with. No, I don't have the firepower yet. When I get higher damage, I'll just one-shot him, and so we can get a sneak attack kill on him later, but not now. I still got 400 caps, which is pretty good for me. How does this work? Yeah, that's better. Fucking nerd.
Hell of a day, isn't it?
One thing
Look
though
at me like
with this
that.
game, I've tried to limit the frame rate.
Glad you're
This
back.
fucking game, it runs fast. Bethesda does this thing where they limit your speed of the game to frame rate. Do you see how fast I'm moving? How fast stuff moves. Alright, I'm going to head to bed. But I want to go to the common house first. It's way too fucking late for me. I'm tired. First things first. Here you go.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wadsworth, your personal robotic butler. I am here to look after your needs and to keep you happy and entertained. What can I do for you?
I love both of the houses you get in this game. I really wish there was more player housing. Personally. I love player housing. Where you get your house. And again, multiple different player houses. I love it. I love in Vegas giving you Lucky 38 and Novak, stuff like that. I love this game giving you 10 penny towers, and here I think it's great. And I think it's good that you and especially with this one where you can customize it and stuff. I think it's great. It makes your house feel like yours. I like it. I think it's good. I think that more games should have more player housing. Because so much. Alright. Save for now. Maybe I might come back tomorrow. I would love to, actually. But, yeah. Alright. I know no one's watching, but I tried.